Hello everyone, Dark Kirby 14 here. Welcome to more Knack. Oh, we're at some place. The Barren Waste. That's weird, but okay, we'll work with it.
I wouldn't take it personally.
Yeah.
Ever talk about your parents?
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
You ever wonder why the doc takes care of you instead of me?
That's
an easy one. You're never
the
around.
NFL season started and Denver won their
I would make
game.
a very bad parent.
Yeah,
Always
so
wandering
Denver,
off
like
somewhere.
that game,
You
like,
think
had
you fought with the
everything.
doc. My little sister. I mean, your mother.
Yeah.
That was something to see.
Yeah, there
After
are
they
missed
worked
calls. I
together,
mean,
she
that's
was
gonna
telling him
happen.
off
Like,
about
referees aren't
something or another.
anymore, but anymore
what I'm
human.
trying to say
We're
is,
still gonna call them out when they mess
take
up. But
after her.
at least
smart.
if they messed up, they messed up
that's
both
not all.
ways. That's
When you talk back to the doc,
yeah.
make
So
him
the
think about what it is that he's doing.
yeah
That's when I'm the proudest of you.
yeah
Just
yeah. So the
try not to judge him. You can't
that's
help the way
kind
he
of
is.
like yeah.
Proud of me, huh?
That's kind of the thing is that
Come on, let's finish unloading.
yeah,
Get some
that's
sleep.
what it is. Like,
We got a big day tomorrow.
this is blah, 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 like. But there are also missed calls. Like, people talk about the missed hits on Cam Newton, but there are missed calls in Denver as well. Well, Carolina, sorry. There were missed calls on the Panthers,
Morning.
and one of those missed calls was
Took out Gundahar's entire
a hold. Like, it was like you could clearly see he was being obstructed. Like, Von Miller had like his hands up, but you could clearly tell he was being held.
What?
Then they also missed an intentional grounding on Cam Newton.
What do you mean a lot?
So it's
happened
not
out
like the
there?
missed calls didn't go both ways
That's a
because
story
it
for
did.
another time. So,
Yeah.
where's the cave painting?
Well,
So,
the path leads through those ruins and up that cliff.
no, so
Pretty rough
yeah.
Going. Lucas and I
That's
scouted
kind of what
ahead
it
and
is,
did a bit of
so-
setup this morning.
It's kind of how my viewpoint is on it, so
No time to
we'll
waste.
leave it at that. Okay. So as you know, like, we're here at the ruins now. I gotta go get that key before Victor gets it. Very obviously.
Now, if I know
Yeah.
goblins, and
Yeah.
I do, a place
Yeah.
like this should be crawling with them.
Yeah. 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 So that's kind of what it is. Okay, yeah. So, it's kind of like, yeah. So, like my whole stance on the whole, like, when I see more people doing it that not, like, fully standing for the Pledge of Elite, like, the, national anthem, it's like, I don't really care about it. I mean, it's your choice, your life. I'm not gonna tell you how to live it, obviously. But I think it is. I do think there is some ignorance toward. This is one of those ones where I can look at both sides of the argument, and look both sides in the face and say, yes, you've got a good argument. It's one of those. It's one of those where I can look the guy directly in the eye and say, yes, you've got a good argument. I can do that because I honestly believe that in this one, both sides have a good argument going here. Like, I don't believe that for a second that neither side does. It's just one of those things that where both sides can make a case and be like, yeah, you're right. It's a tense situation, but we have to act like this is a tough time, and we have to act like a unified country, not friggin' be it a bunch of divisive little bitches. You know what I'm saying? Let's unite, damn it. Enough of this division. Oh. We're not done seeing the goblins yet, it looks like. I thought I took you out, my mini Shrek. I thought I took your ass out. So that's my take on it. It's like, yeah, I can see both sides to the argument. Yeah. So that's kind of how I look at it. Yeah. It's like, yeah, both sides have good arguments. It's like I can actually see it both ways. So I can like that's the way I look at it. It's like you're right. Neither side's wrong here. It's one of those sides where you can't really pick wrong. Like I can look at it both ways. That's the way I look at it. It's like, yes, you can stand up for the national anthem, and I wanna. You can stay. You kneel. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. And I won't have a problem with it. I don't think it's like inequality. That's the thing that, and I've said this before. There's one thing I don't like about today's society. It's how loosely we use certain terms. Sports, politics, you name it. Like there are so many like words that are like vastly overused and like overused, abused, whatever you want to call it. Like I don't understand it. Like I think we as a society need to freaking like toughen up a little bit.
Come on up.
Know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's kind of like I kind of wish that both sides was like that they that's flipped off, but as I was saying, yeah, and it's just like I can understand it, but I think we need to like stand together. I mean, we're doing basically what the government wants. They want division. They're creating all of this. Like people don't understand that we have to look past that. Like, I feel like certain words are misused and overused. Great in sport, like just like in sports, like sports' world is pretty bad on it too. Not gonna lie. Certain players are called great when they're not actually that great. Luke Kuechly is a good example. He's a darn good player, but not someone I would say is the best at his position. Because Kuechly has, I think, more flaws than I think people want to realize. Not really the best at, yeah. So, that's kind of how it is. Like, people want to look at it that way, that's fine. But back to the Cam Newton stuff, like, there were some hits that just bothered me. And you can't really do anything to complain about the last one because Cam Newton did intentionally ground the ball. That is, by rule, intentional grounding. Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of like that. That's kind of what it is. If you really stop and think about it, that's the way it works. That's the way it looks. So, yeah, that's one of the things that I was taught, like, looking through is, like, yeah. So there were some, the one hit I did, there's some, like, the one Brandon Marshall hit, like, there's actually two Brandon Marshalls, don't ask why. There are two, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but I do like the way that the Canadian Football League enforces their rules. They mark off the difference. The CFL marks off the difference depending on what fouls are called. Like if the defense is called offside. No, if the defense called for offside and the offense is called for holding, it's going to be 5 yards in favor of the defense because that penalty is worth more. So
these aren't elevators. They can't rise until you get off them. So you'll have to do half of the work. Just think of it
so
as
that's kind of how that is.
Like, staircase.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So that's kind of what how I look at it. It's like, yeah. Yeah, so that in a way you look at it, that's the way it works. Yeah. So that's kind of like, yeah, but I love the way the CFL does that. Like sometimes, like another thing is like sometimes you'll hear dead air, but that's just because like sometimes like my thoughts won't be ahead of something I want to say. But as I said before, it's like I like the way the CFL does it, where they march off the difference and not just offset the penalty.
Yeah, I free Glam.
and only offset it for yeah. So, yeah. So that's kind of how I view it. Yeah. So that's kind of like oh snap. Wreck with a boomerang. But yeah, and it's just like, if you're gonna complain about how it shouldn't offset, that'd be like by all means, but you can't take away the fact that Cam did intentionally ground the ball. But that's the thing, I mean. But so that's my thing is like, it wasn't like it was like there were missed calls. I mean, they happen every game. There's some like they're not gonna call it all the time because of certain situations and whatnot. But yeah. So yeah. Damn it. Yeah, so that's kind of what my point is that they're gonna miss. They usually get them, but they're not always correct. Trust me when I say this, they do get quite a bit of them wrong. Yes, they are human, but you can only use that excuse for so long. Yeah. So, yeah. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Yeah. So that's kind of how it works. So I'm nervous, but at the same time, Carson Wentz making his NFL debut, I knew it was coming. Like, I'm gonna say this right now. We freaking robbed the Vikings on that trade. Whoever that was a desperate trade. Also, speaking of trades, people keep wanting to trade for Josh. I don't have anything about him using pot. I wouldn't have anything against him using it if it wasn't against the rules. That's the big thing is, it's against the rules, numbnuts. Yeah.
Magnetic resonance?
So. Could be.
Yeah, that's my thing is that it's against the rules.
Interfering with the platforms.
And it's just not him not being mature. It's him not being mature enough. He's being an idiot. Yeah. Yeah, so that's it. Like I'm gonna say that like I know it's gonna be tough for Philadelphia to rebuild. I mean, a rebuild is never gonna be easy. I mean, we gotta be honest with ourselves. It's not gonna be easy to rebuild. I mean, rebuilds take time, but you gotta be patient. And Carson Wentz is gonna be a really good one. I have a lot of faith in that. I've seen a lot of his tape. There's a lot of it. So it's pretty understandable as to why people would freaking go crazy for him. And to look at him like he's like the next big thing when he could be. Damn it. But yeah, that's kind of how it works. I mean, when you're drafted high in the first round, you're gonna get that hype whether you want it or not. Whether you want it or not, that hype's gonna come. So there's really nothing you can do about it. Really ain't a doggone thing. It's unfortunate, but that's how they work. Anyway, so with that, this has been Dark Kirby 14. We'll see you next time. More Knack.